Oh, hey y'all! How are you? How are you? So on the cutting room floor, a lot of that's gonna be going. A lot of that technical difficulty stuff is gonna be going. Gotta make sure my camera is clean. Hello, everyone. Hello. All right, welcome to Think Different TV, hosted by your girl LaShia. What's up? Okay, so just in case y'all didn't know, my name is LaShia, and I want to thank all of those who've been rocking out with me from the beginning, and all of those who are just coming in the fold. Come on in, my friends. Okay. But you know, Think Different TV could not be made possible without my sponsors. So I'm going to shout out my sponsors real quick. Okay. We have Anointed Ads. Anointed Ads is an award-winning graphic design and website company. 14 years in the making. Over 100 websites created, including his own, www.anointedads.com. Does amazing work. He created the flyer for Think Different TV, as well as flyers for me in the past for my financial business. So when you're ready to get that website created, that flyer created for your business or your event, he's always available to make sure he gives you the best product. Satisfaction is guaranteed. He's going to be working on Think Different TV's website, which is coming very soon. So excited about that. And I also made the announcement on my page that merchandise is coming soon for Think Different TV as well. So so hype. Anyway, back to Anointed Ads. Anointed Ads, if you want to know any more about Anointed Ads, you can definitely visit him on his IG page, Anointed Ads. That's ANOINTEDADS. All right, you can go on his Instagram. He also has a Facebook that you could like. And I already told you about his website, so come on, let's do it, guys. Let's go ahead and do it. And when you're ready to get your project started, you can always reach him at 609-534-0237. His name is Phil. Very professional. He gets the job done. Make sure you give him a call. And when you mention Think Different TV and tell him LaShia sent you, he'll take 15% off of your first project. Okay? So you want to get that done. And then, okay, because we gotta have this have my beautiful wine glass make a beautiful appearance, right? In this wine glass is water, okay? But not just any water. It's my other sponsor, Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. It's good, and it's good for you, okay? So hydrating. And guess what? Guess what, y'all? If y'all want to hydrate the right way. Hydrate the right way, because some of these waters being some eye-catching bottles, but they are so unhealthy for us. And I'm gonna be honest, I think that's one of the reasons why this world is going crazy, because there's something in the water, honey. When there ain't nothing in Euphoria Water, you want to make sure you go ahead and get that, okay? Euphoria Water, you can check it out on here on IG. Euphoria Water, that's UPHORIAWATER. All right, if you live in the Philadelphia area and you want to place an order, you can call 267-707-8279. You get in touch with Captain. Say, hey, Captain, I need that Euphoria Water. Listen, y'all, he delivers these big behind gallons, okay? So it's going to take you a while to run out of this water, okay? Unless you're a water drinker like me, and then you got to keep re-upping like every month. But it's definitely refreshing. I don't feel like it's a chore to drink water when I'm drinking Euphoria Water, okay? Because I know sometimes when you drink the regular bottled water, it's like, you get like halfway through and you're like, I got to finish this water. I wanted to shout out the people that joined on so far. New Face of R&B is our independent artist spotlight for tonight. All right, and then we had Nutty Bun that joined in. Hey, what's up, Nutty Bun? We had Diamond Hood Grown. What's up, Diamond Hood Grown? We also had Jay Brown's Senior 548 join. Thank you so much for tuning in to Think Different TV. Listen, guys, before I get into the social topic, because this social topic is a little it's a little crazy, but there's a few things that I wanted to discuss before we even get into the social topic, okay? Now, we do have a serious issue going on right now with Philly, and the gun violence is getting out of control. What the hell? You know what? Do you ever get to a point in time where you just be like, it's 2022. Like, when does this shooting shit get old? And I'm sorry I cuss, but when does it start to get old? When do you start to be like, okay, like, picking up a gun and everything is just not my twist. Picking up a gun and shooting somebody and killing somebody is not my twist. Going into random areas and just shooting up areas is not my twist. Like, when is it a point where it's just out of style? Like, you got all these things at your disposal there. You got technology. You got all these different things that you can definitely do and be into, but yet you're picking up a gun and going and shooting people. Like, what's up with it? What infuriates me is that it's young kids. And then I gotta ask, like, where y'all parents at? Y'all parents don't know that y'all be out and about and doing whatever? Like, do we still have parents out there that's addicted to crack and not, you know, and on drugs, and so they don't take notice of what's going on in their homes? Or are these kids just so sneaky about it that the parents don't know? I need to know what's going on, because my son, like, we got babies getting killed. We got older people. I think it was a shooting at a graduation. Like, what the hell? What are we doing? What are we doing? Not, I don't mean we, but what is being done about this? What is being done about this? South Street had a shooting yesterday, okay? And young people got killed. Young people. They had their whole life ahead of them. We don't know what they could have been. And they going out just killing me. Like, get your life. And stop taking lives. You get what I'm saying? What's up, Molly Mazzol? Thank you for joining Think Different TV. Like, when do we get to the point where it's just out of style? That's all I'm wondering. Cause y'all quick to say, oh, that's last year's saying, that's last year's this, that's, you know, that's not in season right now. That's so old. When is gun violence gonna be old? When is that gonna be like? It just doesn't make any sense to me, y'all. It doesn't. It makes me very upset because, like I said, I'm raising a son in this world, and I'm trying to figure out, where can he be that he won't get hurt? It's not realistic of me to think that he's going to be up under me 24/7. It's not going to be possible. So what is my recourse? What, all these people with kids now, what is their recourse? What can they do to ensure their child's safety? You send them to school, there's a chance they can get shot at school. You send them here, there's a chance they might get shot over here or get killed over here. Or can't even go to church. Can't go to the supermarket. You can't go to just a place of recreation such as South Street is like just a strip of stores. Like, what? Who and why? And parents that notice that their children are mentally disturbed at a younger age, where they can actually do something about it. Stop looking over that shit like it don't, like, oh, it's a phase and my son's gonna grow out of it. I saw a video of a young man who literally told his teacher, like, when I grow up, I want to be a murderer. I know y'all probably seen that video. It's been circulating around. And he talks about how he's going to kill everybody except for his family. And then the teacher said, well, what about me? And he's like, oh, and I'm not going to kill my teachers either. But this, yo, when you got kids talking about something, when I grow up, I'm going to be a murderer. Like, what the freak? What kind of world are we living in that is a career goal. What's up, Logic 613? What's up, Sto? Oh my gosh. World Peace. What's up? Thank you for joining us to Think Different TV. Like, how is that a goal for your life that you say, because when I was in school and a teacher went around the class and said, hey, what would you like to be when you grow up? You know, you was hearing doctor, lawyer, singer, basketball player. You was hearing all these other things. Nobody came out their mouth and said, oh, I want to be a murderer. So that just tells you what kind of world we living in today. And he had no chill. He had a smile on his face the whole time. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, and I hope nobody get in my way of doing it. That was how was his attitude about it. And he was a little kid. Like, he had to be like, and then you see like little kids running in the background. And it's like, what the heck is going on with this world? So yeah, gun violence is getting crazy. In other news, because I don't see anybody like actively commenting on that, so I'm gonna just move on to the next. The next thing is let's lighten it up a little bit, because I feel like I'm getting a little overly excited about, and not in a good way. I'm getting angry. So let me switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about this hoochie daddy. What? I missed the memo, y'all. I didn't know that this was a thing. I didn't know we actually had we had a saying for it, or that or that people was like this is an actual thing that's going on. Like, people were talking about hoochie daddy shorts and how guys are wearing shorts that are showing more and more of their thigh meat, and that this is attractive to. Listen, stop speaking for all of us ladies. All right, stop speaking for all of us ladies, because the only thing I worry about is if a guy smell good. All right, and he look good. That's it. I really don't be up there like, yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, his thigh meat is really turning me on right now. What? I don't know about y'all, but anytime I see a guy showing off his thigh meat, I be feeling like that's not for us ladies. But is that just me? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I didn't know. And apparently, because I had a friend of mine break it down to me, and he was like, actually, it's a video of a woman that's on TikTok. She talks about, you know, and in the picture she was showing, I was like, okay, I can see how that could be a turn on. But I'm turned on by these dudes because they fit, you know, they look good, all right? They probably smell like every great decision in life. You get what I'm saying? I'm not thinking, oh, they're sexy and appealing to me because of their hoochie daddy shorts. I wasn't really looking at that. Like, yeah. But sometimes when you see men in like really short shorts like that, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, that's a little suspect to me. But I mean, to each his own. To each his own. But don't be like, I think I speak for all ladies when I say, no. You speaking for yourself, honey. You speaking for yourself. Because if a guy come out the house and he wearing shorts shorter than my shorts, and he's showing off more thigh than I'm showing off, I'm looking at it like, what are you doing, sir? Go back in the house, put some jeans on. And I mean full jeans, not jean shorts. I'm talking about like full jeans. Put some jeans on. All right. Because we already had to deal with, you know, guys wearing skinny legs and all this stuff. And now hoochie daddy shorts. Okay. Okay. We get it. Y'all sexy. Y'all want to show off y'all curves too. Y'all want to show off the package. I get it. But, yeah. just cool your jets a little bit. All right? Because anytime a man talks some, yo, here we go with the shenanigans. All right, I am DJ Chemo. What is up? What is up? Because I'm not gonna stay on this too long because it's not even the topic. But apparently, this is a thing that's going on right now. The hoochie daddy shorts and what is going on? Hi, it's very dark over there. What is going on? I can't see your face. Want to see your face?
Can't see. What about now? Can you see me? What up?
I can see what's up. Um you out and about doing your travels and you decided to tune in to Think Different TV. I appreciate you.
Yo, I peep. Yo, listen. Yo, what up, man? I mean, yo, listen. I peep. You talking about these shorts? I had to chime in on that, yo, because listen, hell no. All right. Hey, yo, and here's an interesting factor, right? I seen a post that said, dudes is either too young to understand or too old to remember that the high shorts was a thing of the past. So they had all of the dudes back in the day in the 80s with the little high shorts, the mid thighs. And yes, in the 80s and partially 90s, there was some high suspect joints going on. But also in the 70s, the tight booty jeans, men was rocking them too, and I ain't never understand that too. You feel what I'm saying? They try to say it's to show off the bulge, it's sexy. You can't do that today. You feel me? Skinny jeans is rocking, but you can't rock them tight ass jeans like in the 70s. It's a different style to it. So if you're gonna rock the mid thighs, it's a different style, it's a different vibe to it. You dig? So yeah, that's that.
Yo, I don't know how to react to this trend now. It's gonna okay. So I remember watching old basketball games, like old games, like in like the 80s, and I remember,
Yeah.
seeing basketball players in these behind shorts, and I just kept wondering, like, how is they keeping it all together down here while they're playing? Because usually when you're playing basketball, you're both doing the Johnson dance and like, how is that even comfortable? Then, like, they say we're jock straps, but then you putting it under these tight ass shorts, like. And then can you imagine somebody checking you with some short ass shorts on? Like, how do you guard something like that? They keep throwing their butt back. You like,
Listen,
whoa.
listen, it's a trap. It's a trap, fellas. Don't fall for the okie doke, man. This is not what it is, yo. It ain't what it is, B. Stay with what you doing. Don't put them mid-thigh shits on, man. Cut that shit out. You feel me? Don't do that. City girls trying to take the win. You feel me? You already took the L because the Aqua Woman, whatever her name is, Shorty lost with Johnny Depp. That's one L.
That's what I was going to talk about next. That's what I was going to talk about next. I'm glad you brought that up.
Now you got to take out. Remember the game. Remember the video games. You had to take. You was levels to the bosses. You got to take out the next 2 level bosses, and that's Jada. Yo, Jada's definitely on that list. Like, yo, y'all got to take them out. Y'all got to take them out, man. And City Boys up one. You heard? So this what it is, man. You listen. Cut it out. Stop the madness. All right, y'all not about to do this to us, man. You feel me? Stop trying to justify, oh, yeah, that's sexy. No, it ain't. Tell your man to put them on. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cut it out. You know what I mean? So this is what it is, man. So, you know what I mean? Fellas, y'all know what it is. Keep it solid. Keep it, keep it mid-high. Yo, I ain't gonna front. You know what I mean? Because I was taking a flight out here I'm in Atlanta right now. So I took a flight, right? And, when I travel, I like to be comfortable, right? It's hot. You know what I mean? So I got some shorts that I had to dig out, you feel me? And they sort of like look quarter length. They lay a little above the knee action. You know what I'm saying? They're a little above the knee. You know what I mean? I can rock with above the knee. I like to have a little freedom when I'm walking. And you know what I'm saying? I can walk and there's nothing covering my knee. Yeah. But if them shit start rising up a little too high, no, thank you. You feel me? When I sit down, they rise a little bit. But I'm sitting. You can't really see. You feel me? But then what's crazy is This is what I be trying to say. How y'all really trying to take us out, right? Y'all try to plant the seed, right? I'm on the flight. You feel me? Little snow bunny next to me. So a little white girl next to me too. I'm sitting down. They start to rise. She gave me the no. No, it ain't happening, shorty. This is they high above the knee. They not the daddy shorts. Okay, you don't give me the side eye like you trying to take a peek at the thigh action. It's not happening. Okay, so let you know. That's how you measure it. They can pass the knee. When you sit down, if they hit the mid thigh, that's fine. As long as when you stand up, they don't come past that thigh. You gotta keep it solid. See?
Real quick, I want to shout out Amir Official. Hey, what's up? V Smooth Beats, thank you for joining in. JB, we are doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in to Think Different TV. I think I have to go back to Dave Chappelle on this one. Listen.
Oh,
listen. That's very suggestive, sir. When you're wearing them hoochie daddy shorts,
what you be doing?
You know, but I guess y'all saying the same thing we was saying. Just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a hoochie daddy.
Listen,
but y'all sure not wearing no hoochie daddy uniforms.
And you heard what Dave Chappelle said about that damn cop uniform. Goddamn it! Hey, just because I'm dressed this way, first of all, I see you in a cop uniform, you a cop. I see you in a hoochie daddy shorts, you a hoochie daddy. But who's your hoochie? Who's your daddy? You see what I'm saying? If you a hoochie, like, I don't know. It's weird. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just weird. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just look.
Maybe you an undercover hoochie, you just don't know it.
Listen. Check this out, man. First off, hoochie and daddy shouldn't even be in the same sentence. You feel what I'm saying? It was hoochie mama. You feel what I'm saying? Because you can classify hoochie by itself, and you can classify mama by itself. But hoochie was always referred to the woman. So why is it now how we adapt to that? That's already a feminine title. Flag raised already. Flagrant on the play. Flagrant on the play. I call it. God damn it. You're saying you got to look at the hidden messages, man. Why y'all calling it hoochie?
Made up word. Hoochie is just a made up word, honey.
It is. It is. Every word is made up if you think about it. Okay? Every word is made up. Okay? Till it's the people that make it relevant. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Just like bootylicious was a word that was made up and then somehow it's in the dictionary. You see what I'm saying? So every word is made up. It's the people that make it relevant. So the fact is, hoochie was made relevant to refer to a woman. You would never call a man a hoochie. You feel what I'm saying? But now we calling men hoochies. You feel me? It's weird. It's like it's too weird to me. You know what I'm saying? This whole metrosexual vibe is a little too much, man. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Real quick, I want to shout out Mila is the name. Thank you for joining in to Think Different TV. Also, JB said, LOL, no more man hoochie shorts.
No more of that. Cut it out. Cut that shit out. All right? Cut it out.
But let's change gears because, listen, because you mentioned Amber Turd and you mentioned the Johnny Depp situation. And because I want to get to the social topic tonight, too. Because I try to keep these kind of short because the social topic tonight is an interesting one, if I do say so myself, and I want to get people's feedback on that one. But the whole Amber Turd, Johnny Depp situation, Johnny Depp won. So shout out to Johnny Depp. I had no doubt that he was going to win because there's a lot of stuff that she was saying that just wasn't adding up. But you can see that this broke him. This broke his spirit. I haven't seen him broken like this since him and Winona broke up. And he had to get the tattoo changed from Winona Forever to Wino Forever. It's like somebody said he was with a young lady for 17 years, right? And then broke out of that relationship, got with Amber Heard. They got married right away. And then he's going through all this stuff with Amber Heard. And the lady was like, I feel bad for Johnny Depp, but I guess that's kind of what you get when you're in a solid relationship for years and years and years and give that up for something that is just a fling. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And who was that? DJ Big Beats. Hey, what's up, Hindu?
My mentor right there, man. That's the man that would be no DJ Chemo if was no DJ Big Beats. Yo, shout out to you, man. Salute, man. Real talk.
What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining Think Different TV.
Yes.
Johnny Depp, you can see throughout the trial that he was a very broken man. He was very, appalled by a lot of what was being said. He was just sad looking. And me personally, like, you know how you watch an actor for so many years, and he's just so great in everything he does. He does a lot of, like, when he played Whitey Bulger, and he actually had that makeup, like he did not look like himself. Okay. What's the comedian Big Play Ray? What you say, Kimo?
He's a man. Johnny Depp, the man, though, man. Like, I mean, you could look at the many faces that he wore. Like, he's one of the greatest to ever do it in the movie industry. Like, period, man. Like, seriously. Like, he like the white Eddie Murphy, but on a more dramatic level. You feel me? Like, Eddie Murphy could wear many faces and, like, the master of disguise with it. Johnny Depp could do it, but, like, Eddie do it more for the comedy. Johnny Depp do it on the dramatic level and comedy, but more so on the dramatic. And it's crazy, man. Like, that's a talent, man, to be able to channel into all of these different characters, man. I feel like he got flowers, while he here, man. And that's why I felt like she can make him a target, man. Because, like, yo, do you know who you shooting at? Do you know who you shooting at right now? You know what I mean? So, I don't know,
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a lot of movie deals out of this. Because I'm talking about, like, he did movies like Edward Scissorhands. Even before that, he was on 21 Jump Street with Holly Robinson Peete. I want to know what her thoughts on this whole thing was. He did the first Freddy Krueger. He did the first Nightmare on Elm Street. He also did only because I'm a fan of his. Like, I know all this stuff. It's not like I looked it up. IMDb. I know about Johnny Depp.
From over there.
Jack Sparrow, an iconic role he done played, is so much so that people are now like this one guy. He is actually on TikTok, and that's all his whole TikTok is him being Jack Sparrow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's that deep, right? And Johnny Depp has always been a really great person to immerse himself into a role. But this was one of those things where there was no acting. There was no, like, this is real life. And it hit him super hard. And, like, to have your whole life on display like that, she tried to make it seem like he wanted to commit suicide. He, like, y'all taking that recording out of context. And who sees their mate in distress and thinks, this is a good time to record them?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like that was very suspect. Like, you already was building a case. They had no idea you was building a case about, And I'm glad she lost. My dog got stung by a bee.
We knew this was going to happen. When you seen the beginning of how this shit started to go and what she was trying to use, you were like, yo, you ain't got to be psychic to see, like, this is not going to go in her favor. Because what are you really doing? You about to sit up in front of court and do this? This is your argument? Boy, girl, sit your ass down. Like, what you doing? Like, and you shooting at who? Like, you gotta come harder than that. You better come up with some hard. Come on, man. I already knew this was gonna go left. So it was. I was calm for the boys. It is what it is. So I'm not tripping off that.
And I would be honest. Watching the case, I was like, Johnny Depp looks sexy as hell. That's all. Every time they showed him, I was like, he's so sad looking, but he is so sexy. Like, okay, scrumptious. So again, I'm glad he won. I'm glad he won. I know that made you feel. I hope I didn't make you feel too uncomfortable.
Nah, I ain't Johnny Depp, so I ain't worried about it. You feel what I'm saying? Hey.
JB said Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Also, he was on Alice in Wonderland. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He made that too scary for me. I ain't never think of Alice in Wonderland as really like a scary movie. Changed it up.
My favorite part is when he did what's that, with the fuddle wagon or something, and he hit the dance one time. Yo, that was wild. That was wild, man. Like, Fergie playing, yo, Johnny Depp, yo, like, he be so serious in it, man. So, I mean, you talking about an icon in general, man. Like, yo, how you capture all of these roles and none are the same. Like, you got actors that they have a type of, like, this is you. This is your style. You know what I mean? Like, you got, for instance, take a step away, like Liam Neeson. Like, you ain't gonna see Liam Neeson playing no Allison. It's gonna be weird because that ain't really him. But you could throw him in a Taken 55. You feel me? Or, like, you know what I mean? Or he could be, you know what I mean? He could be in any action movie. You know what I mean? Like, that's his thing. He gonna stick to that. Vin Diesel, like, certain, like, and they all great actors, but they gonna stay in their lane. But when you talk about a Johnny Depp, you could put him anywhere. He gonna figure it out. He gonna flex it. You know what I mean? Sweeney Todd. You know what I mean? Like, that creepy thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he could capture all of these roles, man. And that's true talent right there, man. Again, like I said, I feel like they ain't give him his flowers. But again, I digress. So,
yep.
Yeah.
So I guess one day I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna watch a whole bunch of Johnny Depp movies just in honor of him winning the case, and just run all those like stuff on Netflix. I know they got a whole bunch of movies on there of his, but yeah. So guys, let's see what time it is. Okay, it's 9:40, almost 9:45. Jeez, why is this time flying by like this? Okay, so the social topic for tonight is, and I just want to stay on for this. And if anybody else want to join, I have 2 other people join on because it's up to 4, which, like, sucks. But what the heck is that? Is that firecrackers?
Bruh.
Oh, yeah, it's firecrackers. Yo, what's going on? Like, yeah, in Philly, sometimes you gotta be like,
I mean,
crazy. So the social topic for tonight is high body count. Is it a deal breaker?
Is it a deal?
Is it a deal breaker?
I mean, like, what you mean? Like, so if you dating somebody and you find out they got a high body count, what's a high? What's high? What's high though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is 5 high? Is 20 high? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's high? You mean just to your own discretion? Like, feel like, if I feel like 5 is high, is that too much? Or are you just saying, like?
Well, it's very subjective because I feel like women are more like, I don't care who he was with before me. Just know that when he with me, and I'm gonna do the daggone thing. So
that's really how.
And they're very confident in that, and so they don't worry about how many females he had. It doesn't really matter or whatever like that. But it's crazy because it'll be men who, are the ones with the issue with a woman having a high body count. And like you said, what is a high body count? I guess it does depend on the person. So one guy might say, oh, I want a virgin. Okay, good luck with that one, honey. Some guys are like, I could deal with a girl having like 5 or 10, but when it gets to like 20s, 30s, that's when I gotta, like, But
to answer it, I feel like a lot of things play into factor. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we got to talk about how old are you? We're gonna talk about and it does make a difference between a man and a woman. So if you ask me, yes, because I mean, honestly, generally speaking, men gonna have, and generally speaking, men gonna always usually beat the women on the body count. You know what I'm saying? And again, because it goes to the whole thing of, hey, just it's more of it's less personal for us when it comes to sex in general. It's less personal. Like, you feel me? Like, with women, it's more eternal. It's more eternal for them. Like, so it's sort of like you receiving this many men inside of you versus, with us, we could have sex with no attachment. And that just goes in generally speaking without saying. So when you talk about And then it's like if you in your 30s and you got a oh shit, and you there you go. You in your 30s. Shout out to Big Beats. You already know. Yeah. So when you in your 30s and you got a high body count, and you know what I mean, and you're a female, I feel like, you know what I mean, like you got some mileage on it, so it maybe not be that bad. But if you like 21, 22, you feel me? Like, damn, when you lose, you know what I mean, your body count super high, I can't be mad to judge somebody. But me personally, I feel like none of that shit matter. Like if I'm dating you and you say, yo, listen, if you feel that comfortable with me to say, yo, this is how many men I've slept with, and I'm gonna be honest with you and let you know this is what I did, then I'm gonna respect that, and it don't even matter about your past. It matters about what we got. So it's like long as I'm the last one for that, you know what I'm saying? As long as we like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that matters. You know what I mean? To me personally. But I know I can understand how a lot of men will be like, nah, but that virgin shit is not. That's unless you 18, 21, I don't want to hear it.
What's up, DJ Big B? Thank you for joining on the Think Different TV.
There you go.
I want to know your thoughts on this topic. High body count. Is it a deal breaker? He took the deep aspirated side. He about to give us all the business right now.
Let's go. Oh
yeah, well, I'm a kind of agree with Kima, but disagree at the same time.
Of course.
Back in the days, right? Men were known to be Vikings, to conquer everything, conquer, destroy, what have you. And the more we conquered, the more stripes we got on our jacket or our shirt or whatever it is that you was wearing at the time, right? They like, yo, nah, that dude he's that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now as we come into the millennial time, you know, things are not as safe as it was back then.
That part.
Because if we really want to go into without deferring to like science and all this other stuff, but all of these things do play a big part. So if you're not well versed in germs migrating and reproducing and turning into a different stream and becoming something other than what the normal thing was, like this COVID thing, how we have all these different types of streams, right? You got to think back. If you have less people doing what they were doing at that time, it's not such a problem. But now you have everybody doing the same thing. It's a big problem. So like I was telling Kimo the other day, I said, yo, when I first got to Atlanta, the woman count was 21-1. That was like 5 years ago. So now you got all this stuff going on. You got, like we was talking about, people, especially supermax prisons, becoming a big business to imprison black and brown people. Right? Don't mind my dog. He's
yo, tell him, hold it down, son.
He sent somebody out the door. Hey, I'm trying to have a conversation. So,
yo, it's a little thunder, bro. He hype.
So getting into that, right? All these things are happening because they want to enslave us, black and brown men, because we're the what they call that, without having to be, we're the machismo of the family, right? So in order to control the situation, you have to get rid of the strength, which is the black male. Right, which is the focal point. So then once that's removed, like it was back in slavery, you know what I'm saying? They take us on the field, beat us, cut our feet off, do whatever it is, get us out the way, get us to this point, and then rape our women. So there's no there's no protection whatsoever. So then that's how our black families we're so divided. But I said all that to say this: at the end of the day, once you remove X, Y, and Z from the scenario, now there are more single women and less black men, right? So now black women have to deal with, oh, I can share. There's not enough of y'all going around. You know what I'm saying? I can share. So usually, you know, so when a hot commodity like myself back in the day, so let's talk about me. I'm sorry, Kimo.
Hey, do you think? Hey, you already know.
I gotta speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? I always look fat and chubby. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so it was more of a, okay. So then women are more willing to play because there is a shortage of good black men. Single, no kids, making money, popular. He's connected. He driving a nice whip. He got money. He looked good. I had diamonds in both his. Like I was nice watch. Like I was killing it.
Blow, right? Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him, son.
So when you have all these factors on your side, you can pick and choose and refuse. You know what I'm saying? And what I was taught, a black woman sees a black man, or any woman sees a man before a man sees them. All the time. We could be looking not even in a direction, and somebody across the room is like, "Oh, he cute, girl. Look."
Ice Queen asks, do you use that fact to your advantage? Ice Queen, you want to join in this conversation real quick? Because I feel it's a lot of testosterone on the screen right now. I want to get a little estrogen on the screen, so I would like it if you were to join into the live to share your view on this subject matter. And I get what you're saying, DJ Big Beats. I get what you're saying as far as, you know, women are willing to play and willing to accept that their potential guy has had many women before, because they're like, of course, because it's a lot of women out there and very few men. Correct. And you know, and it is still a thing where men are seen as conquerors, and they have to spray their territory as many places as they possibly can, right? But how do you feel about a woman having a high body count? Some men don't see it as a problem because, like Kimo said, by the time it's like, as long as I'm the last one that you're messing with, I'm good. You know, she has to like not look like she's ran through, right?
Listen.
Like if you don't know that she has a high body count, and you don't ask, like, is that something that y'all ask a woman, or is it better to like be kept in the dark about it?
You asking me or Kimo?
Yeah. Both of y'all. I'm gonna go get my headphones. I'll be right.
I feel like Kimo, it depends on the man, right? And what is his end result of what he's trying to do. For me, I never wanted to get married at all, right? So I said, yo, if and when I do get married, my woman has to be this, that, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. And one of them was not being that girl who was in the street doing whatever, especially involved with a lot of different dudes. Because, you know, when we go in the men's bathroom, a lot of conversation, a lot of numbers on the wall for a good time. Call X, Y, and Z. Or before this whole internet thing blew up, yo, if you was that chick, if you was dope, you was ringing bells. Yo, shorty from over here in the Bronx. Yo, yeah, she live on Castle here. Yo, man, she's a winner, right?
But why would men do that? Why would men like if you got a winner, if you got somebody that's doing all their stuff and, you know, satisfying you sexually, why would you even put her out there like that? Like was she putting herself out there saying, oh, I could do this, I could be this, I could do this? Or was it guys that were like, oh, like you just said, oh, shorty around the way, she this, she that, she that? Because then you kind of like set yourself up. Because like, I mean, me, that give little dick energy to me when you going around telling, oh, I'm sorry, when you going around bragging about what this girl is doing and she not putting herself out there like that. Whoa, what you doing, sir? Like, and then you be mad because other dudes want to pop.
Hold
like,
on.
But you the one telling people that she this, she that, she that. Her throat game is crazy. You know, them back shots be everything. You know, her kids, like she get her kid every once in a while. So, you know, I be going over there on like, you know, Wednesdays and popping and stuff like that. So now like they know the whole game plan. So they're like, oh, if I want to smash, I can just call her up on a Wednesday. And he said the back shots and everything. It's like, yo, why y'all be advertising? Like keep that shit a secret. Okay? You know, like everything ain't gotta be on display. Everything gotta be like, oh.
Go ahead.
Yo, wait.
You get what I'm saying?
Wait, time out. Let's back up. Check this out. First of all,
she went left, but I want you to.
She went all the way left. So let's go back to.
What you just saying? I went off of what you said.
No, hold on. But I think.
Ladies, did I go left? Did I go left, ladies?
Hold on. I'm gonna shut it down.
I think that don't sell my ass.
Check this out. You ready? Check this out. Women gossip all the time, right?
All the time.
Women gossip all the time. That is like something that y'all.
I got a good story about that one. Go ahead, Keith.
Right. So women gossip. You know what I mean? Women do the same thing. Women will go, girl, such, drop it about the men they slept with. It's no different. Right. It's human nature to speak and brag about what you enjoy, what you like, your great experiences. It's basically human nature. So if I must go talk to my brothers, my fellow men, we're gonna talk about like, yo, shorty, such, especially if it just went down and we ain't trying to that ain't always true. You feel me? Because women they will share the info. You feel me? Straight up. They will. You feel me? That's how a lot of women shoot themselves in the foot. You feel me? Because they sharing the info and women is like, you feel me? And the dude be willing. But especially if there's no strings attached and the dude just smashed, and even if it's the greatest sex he ever had, he just smashed. He know he ain't about to wife her. He know she ain't about, like, it's a difference. If men know, like, damn, this about to be wifey, he ain't about to go tell the homies. But Correct. If he just smashing, he gonna be like, yo. Last night was wild,
but doesn't that? But wait a minute. Woo. So you said if I'm planning on wifing this woman, I ain't telling the homies. But if it's somebody I'm just smashing, then so your intentions with that female is not to wife her up. But how do you know she doesn't want to get wifed up? Then you go out and you telling other people about her business and what she do, and she not even that type of female. And then she's like, wait a minute, why are these dudes coming at me like they can get something from me? What did you tell them? And you're like, well, you know, it's just locker room speak, you know, and I ain't really like trying to be with you anyway, so I ain't think it was nothing wrong with sharing that information. But how you know the female don't feel some type of way about you sharing information?
So I'm gonna get the part two. Hold on, keyboard.
Right,
that's part one of that. Part two is listen, treat them like how they want to be treated. That was what I was taught, right? So if I meet a young lady and she's giving me that easy vibe or what the case may be, you know, you got to remember, men are predators. First of all, whether they're good, bad, ugly, men are predators, right? Especially when their only intention is to, hey, I'm just gonna come and lay with her and that's it. That's just real talk. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're young and you're not looking for anything. You're not trying to build. You see something, it looks appealing to you. You want to have an endeavor with that young lady, right? Great. So if a young man is talking to that young lady, and she's giving this easy vibe, like, yo, it can go down right now. Like, if I just meet you, we on the corner, I'm like, yo, let's go take a walk. And you're like, yo, let's go to your crib. And so usually come to the crib, something happens, and I ain't even put no effort into it. It can go one or two ways in my mind. Either I'm that dude, or she just wanted to happen, or she's just that easy. And she doesn't value
Well, wait a minute. Hold up now. Wait. Flag on the play. Listen, sir. All right. You said earlier that, wait a minute, let me rewind. But you talk about, she giving off that easy vibe and everything, and this, that, and the third. You said women see men before the men see them, right?
They do.
How you know she wasn't always attracted to you, and then as soon as she saw an opening and said, okay, let's vibe, let's link up, let's do what we do. We all grown folks. You get what I'm saying? And then you say she easy though. But what does that say about you? If you sleeping with somebody that's easy, you know, aren't you then easy too? Because she didn't have to do nothing but bet her eyes, give you the little wink, like, come on. And now you like, yeah, let's go. Let me go smash this, right? You're not asking no questions like, well, how many other guys has she smashed? How many other guys? You just like, oh, I'm just gonna go and just stick my dick in her, and then just pull and pray. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on now, like, stop it. Just stop it.
No,
y'all want the woman to be a lady in the street, but a freak in the sheets. Y'all want a woman to have high regard, high self-esteem for herself, but you don't want her to be too much, because God forbid she be too much and has too much high self-esteem. Then y'all like, you ain't even all that anyway. And then when she got low self-esteem, y'all take advantage of that. You're like, she got low self-esteem. I'm about to go pop that, make her feel better, make her think she's somebody when she really still not, because I ain't trying to be with the chick. And then, like, what do y'all want from us? You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm saying this, y'all. I'm saying this. Wait a minute. Hold up a minute. I'm going to get the word in, okay? Because remember, this thing Different TV, hosted by LaShia. That's me. Now, listen, I'm going to get the word in, all right? I'm going to let you speak. I'm going to let you finish. But this host is the greatest of all time. So, but anyway, I'm just joking. But anyway, let me just say this. You can't be mad. First of all, a high body count for a woman, what is that? Let's establish that. 1. 2, there's different phases that women go through. 1 minute they're hypersexual just like men. We have hormones racing and going through our body too. We want to do stuff too. Why is there still this stigma on a woman who is very sexually comfortable with herself to go out there and do what she do? As long as she's doing it protected and she ain't popping up with babies every 2 seconds and she ain't popping up with an STI every 2 seconds, then what's the problem? What's the beef?
Okay, here we go. Here's the thing, right? Y'all love to talk about the double standard, right? So it's like for y'all, for us, right? When we have a high body count, when we sleep with all these women, oh, we dogs, we ain't shit, we out here, we community dick, we all of that. But for y'all, it's a phase. We just had a phase in our life when we were just exploring and experimenting. That's the double standard. You feel what I'm saying? So now we community dick and hoes in the streets, but y'all were just going through a phase. Why can't we just be going through a phase too? I feel like that's just life, right? We exploring. You feel me? So when you talk about high body counts in general, you feel me? Like I feel like it's circumstantial. It's to each person's discretion. However, like Beats was saying, like he know for a fact this is the type of woman I want. This is what she can't be out in the streets. It's certain men that just be like, oh, it is what it is, and I respect that, because you gotta. It all boils down to what you want. What does the woman want? What does the man want? You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, and what are your standards of it? You know what I mean? And it's like your past. Right, is your past, but it's like, yeah, we could classify you as the hoe, but then you feel me? Then we community, and we can say, hey, you going through the phase, but then we can't be the community dick either. We going through the phase too. Y'all got to get that same credit where it's due at. You feel what I'm saying? Like it got to be the same way. It can't be the double standard. You know what I mean? So that's basically what it is on my end. I can't. You know what I mean? You can't. you can't shoot us down on that part. Like, it just don't work. It won't work that way. You know what I mean?
Well, I can do what I want. Well, all I'm saying is that, and I know DJ Big Beats, you want to say something, so I'm going to keep this real brief. All I'm saying is that when it comes to a high body count, and if it's in a, okay, here's another thing. If it's in the past, is it left in the past? Can you then move forward? Like, let's say you meet a woman, and because I mean, even on Pretty Woman, you know, I mean, I know it's a movie, but if a hoe can find love, you get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's the person. You have to look at who the person is. You're like, man, you know what? Maybe she just that's her twist. You get what I'm saying? But she cool to be around. Like, who wouldn't want to, you know, conquer that? You get what I'm saying? But then also women, we're very selective too. And it is crazy because there be guys that get turned down. They be talking, oh, you ain't nothing but a hoe. No. Am I a hoe because I sleep with everybody, or are you just saying it because I won't sleep with you? Because obviously I'm not that much of a hoe. Because if I was a hoe, then I would sleep with you too. But I don't want to sleep with you. But now, you know, you call me all these names. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of it is sleeping with immature people. And I'm going to say on both sides. Men sleeping with immature women and women sleeping with immature men that can't keep their mouths shut. You get what I'm saying? Because it ain't none of anybody's business what we do in the bedroom with anybody. You know what I'm saying? What happened to the times when that was kept exclusively, even if it was a possibility that this person is sleeping with somebody else, people didn't go running their mouths and telling everybody. Why is this a thing? It's just like, I don't know, get cool points for it. Like, do you level up? Do you get like Sonic coins? Do you get Bitcoin? Do you get what do you get?
Sex became a sport, man. It became a sport. Bottom line.
It became a sport. So sleeping with a woman. So y'all actually have y'all scorecard, and it's like bingo. So like y'all have women. You're like successful woman, baby mom, single woman. You know, like, do y'all have a bingo card and y'all just like check it off as you go? Like, okay, this is who I slept with, and this is how I conquered today. Like, how does that work? What do y'all gain out of it? Asking for a friend.
Kimo, you want to handle that one?
Yes. I feel like in 2022 and 2020, preferably, that women will stop with the y'all like anything you pull, any card you pull, whatever I could pull back with y'all. You feel what I'm saying? So again, it's the same way. I feel like it's not, you know what I mean? Like you can't. It's not a women and a men thing. You feel me? It's a strictly just general speaking. Whoever got it. You feel me? Like if I feel like it's a big deal, then if you want to pull a card with me, I can pull the same card with you. It's the same thing. It's not a men versus a woman thing anymore, man. I feel like I wish people would stop saying, oh, men is this and women is that. It's just generally speaking, we do the same thing on both sides, man. Simple as that.
Okay, generally speaking, does a high body count matter to you, DJ Big Beats?
Of course.
Huh?
Of course. A
high body count.
My situation is, if it was more than 10, I can't rock with you. I can't. 5 is even better. Yeah. You know, I could sleep better at night if it was just 5. I can sleep better.
And what age range are you looking out for when you go out and look for a woman, okay, that you want to do the huckabuck with, or you want to hang with, or you want to, you know, like, what's the age range around, you know,
to settle down? Like,
no, like just like the vibe with, like what's the age range of the women that you hang out with?
I think at the time, when I was like,
I'm talking about now.
Oh, I don't hang out with nobody because I'm married. I'm not hanging with nobody.
Oh, you got locked in. All right.
But prior to that, what had happened was, you know, I used to have this older cousin who was 18 and I was 13. And she used to take me to all these parties, right? So now I'm a 13-year-old dealing with 18, 20, 19-year-old women. And they're approaching me and they thinking I'm their age because I was, you know, mature at the time for my age. They're like, hey, whatever, whatever. So my thing is like, yo, I'm going after the older women because at the time I couldn't do X, Y, and Z. But if I got one, they was able to do X, Y, and Z, and we gonna rock out. So that was my frame of mind. So anybody that I dealt with had to have more than me, right? So if I did bring something to the table at the time, which eventually did happen, you know, because like Kimo said, you know, he caught me, saw me DJing and all this other stuff, and I've been like all around the world. So that right there afforded me to make the money and to look the way, you know, I wanted to look in X, Y, and Z at the time. So that wasn't no problem. So then that even became a bigger issue because now I got it. Now what you bringing to the table? You still had to bring more than me. That's how I felt, and that's how I rocked. So getting back to the whole body count thing, it was like, I can't be this dude. And shouts to Michael B. Jordan because he's a better man than me. Word. He's a better man than me. Taking on that baggage that he took on. Because that right there
That's
was,
right.
ooh. That was a gut punch right there.
I know who he with. I know who he with because I had to think about it. I was like, who is he with? And then I was like, okay.
Well, they're not with each other anymore.
Yeah, that's over now. It's a wrap.
Right.
Yeah, it's over.
But he wanted to go the distance with her. You know what I'm saying? But
He
everybody
did.
was like, yo, why her? You know what I'm saying? Because she's done big with Diddy and all these other people. Like, and that's the whole thing,
Right.
that whole industry thing. It's like, come on, my dude. Like, just because you want to be the dude, the next dude that said I had her.
Yeah.
But all these other dudes, yo, I look at everybody as a nasty napkin. Like, I don't know what you do with her. You know what I mean? When you have her, and you could have flipped her around and do all types of stuff. And I don't want to have these images in my head because when I meet you in person and how you talk and how you carry yourself around those dudes, then I know you nasty. Because it's just your aura. And I was like, so why would I want to deal with her after they've been with her? You know what I'm saying? But hey, to each his own, like Kimo say, you know what I'm saying? But then that becomes a totally different problem. So why would you want to be involved in that scenario as the next, but not the one? You understand what I'm saying? So I'd rather be the one instead of the next. So at the time.
So let me get this straight. So when you were 13 years old, because I did a show about this before. So when you was 13 years old, you was messing with women who were
18,
adults.
19, 20. Right.
Adults, right? So basically you were, you know, well, I'm not going to get into that all over again. I already voiced my opinion about that whole situation because that ain't right to me. I'm a boy mom, and I can't see my son being 13 years old hanging out with a 20-year-old. I had to wring her freaking neck. You get
But they
didn't
know. But they didn't know at the time. The times were different back then. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
times was different back then, but it still doesn't make it right. Now, by the time you done mess with these women, they probably been with several men, this and that, third, and you were so immature at the time, not coming at, like, not saying, you know, you were, not to say it in a disrespectful way, but you were 13 years old. Let's call it for what it was. You were a minor. You get what I'm saying? So you just saw it as, oh, if I'm with these older women, then that's giving me somewhat of a little bit of status because, you know, they messing with me. You get what I'm saying? Now, the high body count didn't matter at the time. You wasn't worried about, how many people they was with. You was just like, I'm just with them, and that's what it is.
So let me clear something up before you even go off on me, because I know you're gonna go off.
I'm not going off on you. I'm just trying to gain clarification on what she was saying. Because we're talking about high body count, and then was you worried about that at the age of 13? I don't think you even grasped the concept of a high body count at the age of 13 because you were a child.
I didn't, but what happened was I was scared to have sex too. So this is what I also explained. So when you meet and you're introduced to a mature woman, me being a young person, I had to play the game. I had to play like I was somebody that I wasn't, right? So at the time, I wasn't having sex. It was just like, oh, yo, he's with her. It was just about that conversation, and then, you know, well, you would call it teasing, you know what I'm saying, on the man's end, because at the end, it was like, what's good? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. And it would happen, and then I would never show up. So, word, like real talk. Because I was scared too. Because I didn't understand how they were embracing me, that I was this older individual, older than what I really was. So you're right. The body count thing didn't come into play, but at the same time, I wasn't sexually ready mentally for that.
Now, when did it start to be an issue for you? When did you actually start to consider that or take that into account?
High school, 15, 16.
Okay, 15, 16. Now, a lot of people would say that at that age, you're supposed to be worried about your studies. You ain't supposed to be worried about doing the huckabuck. Well, women are told that, right?
Right.
We're told we gotta, because you're a Jezebel. You're a Jezebel if you're out there in the streets. You fast, all right? You know, she can wear shorts that's a little too above her knee, and they're like, oh, she's definitely a slut. You know, because that's how women were viewed, and they could be virgins, never had sex at all, and you know, and then when you also have the moms saying to their daughters, because this still is something that's going on within our community that I hate, is these women who are raising daughters who are calling them out their names and saying that they're hoes and they're doing this and they're fast and this and the third, and the women that actually have the audacity to think that their child is trying to come on to their boyfriends because their boyfriends are perverts and, you know, are hitting or making suggestive comments to their daughters, and they're like, oh, they don't look at the man like he's doing something wrong. They're like, oh, you shouldn't wear that around him because he's going to get ideas, or you shouldn't wear that around certain family members because they're going to get ideas, and they already had a stigma like they're like, we're going to just go out and just be out in the streets, and that's not even the case. You get what I'm saying? Now, how, and that's another thing. This stigma being placed on us when all we did was be women and come into womanhood. Because it's like, as soon as we get our periods, then it's like, oh, you can't wear that, or you can't do that. It's too suggestive. And it's like, why are we always putting it on a woman to dress appropriately, but not on the men to act appropriately? You get what I'm saying? It's crazy how that works. And I know I'm going a little bit of tangent, so I'm going to bring it back. When it comes to high body count, sometimes women get to an age where they're very like, they got this sexual energy, and they very, you know, and some women more than others, they're very sexual. They're very, you know, and that's them. You get what I'm saying? Should we crucify them for being who they are? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather be that woman that comes to you and say, listen, I don't have a squeaky clean past. I've had sexual history. You get what I'm saying? But yes, listen, I ain't got no STIs. I only got one son. You get what I'm saying? I'm not out here with a whole bunch of babies by a whole bunch of different baby daddies. You get what I'm saying? And, you know, that then you get with a guy and he's like, oh, well, I don't like that you was with all these different, and that's the type of guy that'll be like, okay, go find you the virgin that you want, because obviously I'm not who you want, but I'm being upfront and honest with you from the beginning to let you know that that's what it is. And if it gets to the point where you're going to be my all and everything, then I feel like if I'm upfront and honest with you and I give you the choice, the decision to make, and you choose to still be with me, you can't then use that against me later on down the line. Like, and I think I have to tell this story because I know you want to say something, Chemo, but I feel like I got to tell this story. I was in a situation where I was a little too honest, and I told somebody, everything, because I thought I was going to be with this person forever and ever and ever. You get what I'm saying? And I decided to be honest. And then I was getting a lot of comments like, oh, if we walk past somebody and you know, and I see them like, oh, that's what you call. And then it's like, oh, well, did you fuck him? Did you have sex with him? Did you do this? Did you do that? And it's like, whoa. Well, you told me that you was doing this, you was doing that, you was doing this, you was doing that. I was like, well, whoa, wait a minute. I told you that in confidence because I trusted you. And now you're using it against me in a lot of different conversations. And that's what I'm saying, like dealing with immature people that can't take the truth that you're giving to them and channel it into some positive reinforcement. Then there's all this, oh, well, if you say, hey, I want to just be by myself, I don't want to be with you no more. No, you're just trying to go fuck somebody else. You're just trying to be with somebody else. No, I just don't want to be with you, nigga.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So that is something that I went through, and I'm going to leave it at that. Go ahead, Chemo. You got the floor.
So, all right. So, for one, if you confide in the person and tell them this is what it is, and you give them the choice, that is respected. If you give me the choice to say, hey, this is what it is, you're open and honest, you're at the forefront, you feel me? And now I can make the decision if that's good enough for me or not good enough for me. Two, if I'm gonna say, if I say yes and I accept it, then yes, then you're right. I should not hold that against you because I've already made the decision. And by making the decision, I've decided to say, yes, you are the one that, you know, I'm going to look past that and all that. So all that other stuff is him dealing with his own insecurities. You feel me? So he wasn't really showing his decision when he initially made it. That's just generally speaking. However, it's kind of touching back to what Beats was talking about, Michael B. Jordan and all that. It's like that. And I gotta double back on what I was saying about, you know, hey, you know, your past is your past, but it also makes a difference is the popularity level, right? Like, if, like, I'm not about to marry Superhead, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, too many people don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're broadcast, you're exposed. I'm not gonna marry a porn star. That, you feel me? If I gotta, you feel me? You're a porn star. You've been on Pornhub. Everybody didn't see you. You're famous. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Because now, you know what I mean? Like, it's too publicly out there. You feel what I'm saying? So now it's a thing where that and a lot of men probably will feel the same way. You feel me? And I feel like women will feel the same way too. If your man been out, like, this you now walking by people and it's like, yo, you could have legit had sex with that person. You feel me? Or that person may know you as that person who did have, you know what I mean? Like, who you had sex with. You feel what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where you gotta, me personally, like, if too many people know, like you said, what happens to keeping your sex life sacred and keeping it, you know, under wraps and keeping it in the bedroom, right? Like, yeah, that's like, and again, that also goes with who you choose as a partner. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, if you got to keep in mind, yo, if this, I feel like those things should be established before the sexual encounter happen, because now you got to be like, hey, what we do is what we do. You feel what I'm saying? But it should not be, you know what I mean? That should be an understanding between two mature people that's having consensual sex. But it's, and if that's the case, then it shouldn't be. Everybody shouldn't know that you that chick out here that's giving a sloppy toppy that gawk 3000. Everybody shouldn't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if everybody know, you know what I mean? I don't want no man want to be walking with his wife or future wife, and the homies be like, oh, yo, that's shorty, that's gawk. You feel me? Nobody want that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want that. You know what I mean? And that, because that reflects on you. And so at the end of the day,
that like, immature?
It's not
like if she messed with him back in the day and now she done moved on and she's with somebody new and she's walking in the street and she about to be married, why does this guy feel the need to be like, oh, that's gawk 3000? Like, what's the point? What's the point? You obviously your butt hurt because maybe you wanted more with gawk 3000 and she wasn't feeling you like that and she moved on, and now But I just think that that's petty. I think that's petty because it's like at some point, because there's no woman doing that to a man. Now we'll get on like he a bum ass nigga, like he don't take care of his kids. He don't, we might come at him on a financial level, but we ain't gonna talk about no damn his sex. That's what you call Mr. Marcus over there, or that's ass slicker over there. Like we don't do all that. We don't do that. We don't see the need to do all that. We just be like, okay, and it's crazy because women talk way more positively about men than men talk positively about women. And y'all might argue with me on this, but if a woman, like, we really try to find good qualities to talk about. Well, I know I do. I'm going to speak for myself. I try to look for good qualities in men to talk about. So if I see a man walking down the street, I'm like, oh, that's such and such that, he's a hard worker. He take care of his kids. He this, that, and third. I don't think to all the negative stuff that he does or the sexual things he does. I just be like, oh, okay, all right. I see you. But the first thing that men think of when they see a female, they think if they've been sexual with this woman, they think the sexual stuff about the woman. They don't, no guy is going, she's such a headstrong woman. She works hard. She takes care of her son. Maybe the mature men might say that, but the immature men be like, they're going to go 3,000.
Nah, it ain't even that. Real quick, because I know Beast want to say something, but I'm going to just say this real quick, and you got to let Beast say something. But, it's one of them things where it's not always that. It could have just simply be that he just, like, he giving you a heads up. You feel him? Over here is on this type of time.
Well, what are you, Captain Save a homie? Like, how do you know he don't already know that? How is that your business? Because how would you feel if a female that dealt with you in the past, goes up to your new female that you're with saying, oh, he don't do this, and he don't do that, and he this, and he that. Like, how would you feel? Like, you'd be like, yo, mind your business. Like, what you doing? So go ahead, DJ Big Beats. Go ahead, give me the word. Oh, we lost chemo, but go ahead, DJ Big Beats.
Before I even go on, power of life and death lies in the power of the tongue. So what you put out is what you're gonna get back, right? Let's talk about that first, right? So in my travels, and it could be my perspective, but I've seen it happen to a lot of other individuals, especially certain dudes that I know, you know what I mean, where things were brought up. The old chick talking to the new chick about X, Y, and Z, yada, 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 where the new chick had no idea what the old chick was talking about for whatever reason. So that lies within the caliber of the person who you was talking to at the time, right? And everybody will always introduce their best person before you meet the real person. You always gotta think about that too, right? There's two sides. And so you be like, am I meeting the real you, or am I meeting the real you or the better part of you? You know what I mean? Your representative, excuse me, that's what it's called. Am I meeting the real you, or am I meeting your representative? So a lot of times we meet people's representatives, right? Until we actually get to know them. And then what my little thing that I used to do, it was, I used to do like a, what do you call it? I used to do like a little test, right? I used to get women upset on purpose. And I know a lot of y'all like, what do you mean you used to get women upset on purpose? Because I wanted to see how they were going to react towards me. So now I'm meeting the other side of them, right? And how they're going to react. So once I understand that part, I'm not going to get you mad at me no more. Because I know what will set you off, what you like, what you don't like. And then we can move on relating to each other, right?
I mean, you could just ask, but okay.
No.
What are your pet peeves?
it's not gonna. It never really happened like that. We can say whatever all day, but we don't know what's going to be a trigger. You can say one thing and then something else can trigger you off, and then we didn't talk about that.
But it also depends on the person too, because you might accept some behaviors from some people and not from others. So there's that as well.
So again, depending upon the caliber of the person that you're speaking of, right? So a lot of times, you know, my mother used to tell me, you know, why you bringing that girl around? And I used to be like, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Because she could see that there was something wrong or going on with this individual that I couldn't see, right? So that was always my first test. If mom didn't like you, I ain't rocking with you. You know what I mean? But then the girls I really was just trying to do whatever with wouldn't meet mom. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't matter at the end of the day. My mind.
It's funny because then she meet mom and mom be all like, "Oh my gosh, you have to wife her. She's amazing." And you like, oh,
right?
No, I'm just trying to bone mom. Like,
right. Bring her over for Thanksgiving. Bring her for Christmas. Oh, so and so's having a gathering. Bring it to the barbecue. That kind of thing. So, and you automatically, well, men automatically know, you know, from those experiences, which girlfriends they like and which girlfriends they don't like. Okay, great. So getting back to the body count is very important because that's the main topic, right? So like people said, it's really about what you can deal with at the end of the day. So if you're saying, hey, you know, and I'm a totally different breed, so I can't speak for everybody. Like, I don't speak for myself. I'm like, nah, it's too hot. And especially if I'm in the street and other dudes know you and something is said, right? So I don't go by the first thing that's said by the first person because they could just be hating for whatever reason. But if two different people who don't know each other or three different people who don't know each other and they saying the same thing at different times, then there must be some truth to it. That's how we rocked out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, maybe I won't put so much time and effort into this one. And let me just see maybe if she's going to be different with me as she was with them. And, you know, all these things will happen over time. They're not going to come right. And you know, you're not going to see everything right away. So it depends on the effort and the time that you're going to put into it to get to know this individual. If that's what you choose to do. If you want to go beyond the physical. But if it's just the physical and you're like, I don't know, maybe some dudes will get past the body count. It don't matter to them because we're just in it for the sexual experience, right? But if you think it on a different level, then it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Now, granted, women always have to choose and choose. Women always have the choosing shoes. You pick and choose who y'all want to deal with. On what level, how many times, whatever is going to happen between y'all. You know what I'm saying? You choose that. We can say but so much to you in order for you to be like, okay, for that to happen. Because we always, well, my dudes, my crew, was like, yo, if she allowed to happen, then that means she wanted it to happen. We can't force you to do anything you don't want to do. That's real talk. Let's talk about it. I can't say
and that's true. That's true. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. Like, we do, if we decide we want to have sex with somebody, then that's our choice. Again, that's our choice. And what I wasn't feeling about this conversation was that the whole going back and having the locker room talk with your buddies, because like that puts the girl in a very crazy position, because what if she let her guard down with only you? And, you know, nobody knew about y'all messing with each other. And she didn't even tell her friends because she was like, that ain't their business. And this is somebody that I want to, you know, I want to rock out with. But here's the other thing. It's like, when we don't know each other's true intentions from the get-go, wires can get crossed. So she might be thinking, oh, I'm going to be with him because I let my guard down and I had sex with him. Whereas you're like, this is somebody I just smashed and it ain't nothing serious. But it's serious to her. And then you go having that locker room speak and saying, oh man, she was she was good, man. She was this, she was that, blah, 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 blah. And then the dude's like, oh, word. And then she getting all this unwanted attention. I think that's unfair to the woman. So just going forward, you know, I understand that was a thing, but, you know, do you have daughters?
No, I have a son.
You have just sons. Okay. So I'm a boy mom, but I wouldn't like my son going around talking about his sexual escapades with his friends, his buddies. You get what I'm saying? I feel what's done in the bedroom should be kept right there in the bedroom. You get what I'm saying? And that's why it is, even though it's not realistic, but it's ideal for people to not be sexually active until they're old enough and mature enough to deal with everything that comes with having sex and sharing those energies and sharing all of that, because it's much more than just the physical. As much as men want to say is a physical thing, it's also sharing of energies, it's a sharing of, you know, because, you know, I was on the podcast and the host of that podcast kept saying, you know, women are concave and men are convex, and you know, and and what it means, and I kind of get what he's saying, because it's like, you know, when a woman allows a man in,
correct.
You get what I'm saying? She's taking on all these energies. Yeah, the man can stick his wick into different things, but again, he's going in. She's allowing him in. You get what I'm saying? So it's very. I can get why men don't like women having a high body count, because, you know, because I always try to wrap it up, summarize and everything like that. I have my views and my points and my opinions, but that doesn't mean that I do not, you know, respect other people's points of view. Mm-hmm. So I get why a man would have an issue with a woman having a high body count. However, I do feel like sometimes, I think in this day and age, women are a lot more sexually expressive than they were back in the days. We were very conservative back in the days. Whereas now, you know, I'm not, it's big, what is it called? City girl energy, right? It's very big, I'm a controller of my own destiny. You know, I'm a boss. You know, when those roles reversed, when women started becoming more masculine and men started becoming more feminine, women start taking on those energies, even in sexual matters, you know. And so this is something that men of the old school are not accepting of, because they're like, whoa. I remember a woman was a little bit more conservative when it came to the sexual speak, so they're kind of like thrown off and turned off by women being so sexually explicit. And then, you know, you had the new age men who are a little bit more feminine than the men of the old school. So when a woman is talking about her sexual escapades and everything, they like, get it? Yes. And I want to join that train too. Let me, yeah, right? They don't care. So there are men that don't care about high body count, because, like you said, they're not looking at the woman as someone, that particular female, as someone they want to be with for the rest of their lives. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, when it comes down to the point where you become mature enough to have a woman, mature enough to say you want to be in a relationship with a woman for a long time, and you don't want to just stick your wick in everything, it's going to be harder and harder to find a woman that will meet those type of standards if now the standard is not really there. So that's what I wanted to say about the topic tonight. I do have an amazing independent artist spotlight coming up next. I appreciate you, DJ Big Beats, for jumping on tonight. I also appreciate you, DJ Chemo, even though we lost you. All right, we lost you on the live. But you was here for a long time. I appreciate you for jumping on and sharing your view on it. I wish I had another female because I feel like I was a little attacked. But it is what it is. I feel like I held my own at the end of the day. And because I'm the host, I can easily just hang up on people if that's the case.
You did. But like you said, everybody has their own opinions. They have their own truths, right? And they also have their own perspective. So it's like, it depends on where it comes from. Because my experience may not be yours and vice versa. So, you know.
Exactly. And you married. I'm not. So
okay.
Like different life experiences
I can tell you some whoppers because I had some whoppers before I got married. So but all these things have led up to me becoming married because I was like, I was tired of running around. You know what I mean? It's like you in the industry, you go into different cities, you meeting different people, right? And yeah, it's great, but you coming back home to an empty bed. So it's like, when is this going to stop? You know what I'm saying? And then I think for men in the industry, it's like, a lot of us want to do it till we can't do it no more. And then a lot of us is like, you know what? This is getting kind of whack. You know what I mean? Because it's like, but so many women you can meet, but so many light skin, long hair, green eye, dark skin, big hips, it's but so many you're gonna meet. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna be like, dang, like I want my own. You know what I'm saying? Because technically, you go into these different places. That's not your girl, and a lot of times it's somebody else's girl.
Exactly. So shout out to Mrs. Big Beats. Woo woo! All right, and many blessings to your union, and I will see you again. Hopefully, you'll tune in again to Think Different TV. This is episode 23, so this is the Michael Jordan episode. The Michael Jordan episode. Okay, we got the big 23. Next week is 24. 24 is my favorite number because that's my birth date. But here we go. Thank you so much for joining on, and I appreciate you. And we will talk again very soon. Bye. So guys, yes. So that was the topic tonight. High body count. Is it a deal breaker? I want y'all to share y'all thoughts, okay? I saw the comments was going off, honey. It was a lot of people that had a lot of points of view, and they were very expressive in the comments. What I want y'all to do, all right, if y'all want, y'all can go back, watch the replay, because I'm going to repost this on my IGTV series, Think Different TV, and also on YouTube on my channel, Think Different TV. And y'all can see this entire episode. Y'all could be outraged or be in agreement, to a lot of things that were said on the show tonight. But I am interested to see what y'all got to say. So is there a deal breaker for you? Do you have a certain number that you want your partner to have before they with you? Is it realistic? Is it a realistic goal? Is it something that you just pulled out of a hat somewhere? I want to know y'all thoughts. So that concludes the first the social topic for tonight. It is now 10:45, and I want to bring in this awesome independent artist spotlight. Usually we bring them in at 10:30, but that topic was a little hot. It was a little spicy, all right? But this independent artist spotlight is none other than Reese, aka Bone. He is an amazing R&B artist. I met him through my Philly Trenton connection, all right? Tone the artist. And Tone has worked with a lot of different artists. He's an artist himself, and he surrounded himself with some really great people. I highlighted one of them, Sharissa Lene. And tonight is Reese. Reese is an amazing singer. All right. He really gives you that homegrown, that grown man sound when it comes to music. He is let's just say that it's grown people music. All right. It's not no let's hold hands, walk in the park type music. I'm sure he does have some songs like that, but the song that I'm gonna play for y'all tonight, honey, that joint is got me a little hot under the collar, okay? He's been at it for years. Amazing artist, writes his own music. He is, let's just say he has great style. He is I know he is a father, all right? And he's just doing a daggone thing. And I just wanted to highlight him because, listen, when you get into these arenas and you meeting all these different people and you networking, and you just keep hearing the same names over and over and over again, you're like, I got to find out who these people are. I got to find out where they at, what they do, what their music sound like. Baby, I'm going to tell y'all. So I'm going to bring in this young man. Let me see if I can get him on. What's up, Logic? Thank you so much for tuning in and sticking it out with me. Let me see. There we go. So yeah, so this young man is amazing. I want to bring him on. I want to pick his brain a little bit, find out where he's at right now as far as his music is concerned. What is his goal going forward in 2022? What's happening? You get what I'm saying? So hopefully he's able to join in. I know it's a little late. I hope he's able to join on. If not, I'm just going to play his song for y'all because it's brand spanking new, just freshly released. All right. And the thing that I admire about anybody that works with Tone, when it comes to putting out their music and stuff like that, he does it the right way. Like, he makes sure it's copyrighted. He makes sure that it's registered. He makes sure that it's on all streaming platforms. He's making sure that that person is getting those royalties when it comes down to it. And that is really something amazing that I think all of us should really, if you're an artist, you want to make sure that you have all your affairs in order before you just start releasing your songs all willy-nilly. Like, people will be like, I don't want nobody to steal my stuff. I don't want to steal, because there's a right way and a wrong way to go about things. There's a right way where you go through the paperwork, you make sure that everything is legit and in order before you release it. And then there's a wrong way, okay? Just putting your stuff out there and not having it copyrighted, not having it registered, nothing. You just doing stuff. You get what I'm saying? Just putting it out there. And then you be mad when somebody take your idea. And the crazy thing about intellectual property is not really protected just by you just singing it on your live or just releasing it on your IG page. It's not what can I say? It's not really protected. So when you go into a courtroom, let's say somebody take your song and they start doing your song and you just like, whoa, that's my song. And they're like, well, how is it your song? If you don't have those protections, honey, you just lost. You just lost your intellectual property. And that sucks. Okay? Like, you put all this thought and everything into something, and then somebody turns around and they just take your stuff and they just doing it and they're performing it and they went about everything the right way. They done got it copyrighted. They done got it registered. They done did everything they were supposed to do to make sure that they could release this song. And you're up there like, oh crap, like, they did everything right and I did everything wrong. And it's something that you just gotta deal with. Like, you want to be mad, but you can't really be mad because you set yourself up for that. So, like I said, Reese is doing the daggone thing. Unfortunately, he is unable to join, but I think that's partially my fault because the topic went a little bit too long, and you know, this happens. But I'm still going to show him love because y'all need to hear this song. This song bananas, all right? It's called Fuck You Right, all right? And my best description for this song would be it's kind of like when you know the woman is not being pleased like she should be in the bedroom, and you're like that hero that she didn't know she needed. You're that hero she didn't know she needed, all right? So you're like, dang, you're like, oh wow, let me make sure that I please her the way that she needs to be pleased. So this is what Fuck You Right is about. So I was gonna play it, y'all, because this is so crazy. Let me turn it up. So like I said, this is called Fuck You Right. It's by Reese.
I'ma fuck you like somebody else ain't fucking right. I'ma fuck you like somebody else ain't fucking right. My hands on your body, I'ma fuck you right. My lips on your neck, I'ma fuck you right. We breathing so hard, girl, so hard, boy, it's so wet. Screaming alone, someone in the room shake. Doing so nasty, like you ain't around, think I'm not like it home, baby. I'm fucking like somebody else ain't fucking right. I'm fucking like somebody else ain't fucking right. Oh yeah. I'm fucking like somebody else ain't fucking right. I'm fucking like somebody else ain't fucking you right. It's about to be a long night, but I'ma make it feel so right. You let me be control, now I'm coming for you, so give me shade by that pole light. It's about to be a show now. Now them jackets about to go down. Banging like a whole team, beating like the police. I'm about to go wild. I'm fucking like somebody else. Oh, yeah. I'm fucking like somebody else ain't fucking right. I'm fucking like somebody else ain't fucking right. Fuck you right. I'm fucking like somebody else ain't fucking right. When your panties be, I can be your fantasy. So tell me what you want right now. My only mission here is to please you. I wanna hear you out right now. Don't come out of the air unless I have to. So tell me what you want right now. Baby, when your panties be, I can be your fantasy. So tell me what you want right now. I can be, oh yeah. Somebody I'ma fuck you like somebody else. I'ma fuck you like somebody else ain't fucking right, girl. I'ma fuck you like somebody else ain't fucking right. I'ma fuck you like somebody else ain't fucking
So that was Fuck You Right by Reese. All right. And if y'all want to check him out, y'all can go right on YouTube. Check out Fuck You Right. It's also streaming on all major platforms. So make sure y'all go get that single, okay? It was produced and engineered by Tone the Artist, aka This Is Our LLC. Go and check him out. His IG is New Face of R&B. All right. And let me just say this. Okay, so I'm used to like songs being like an A, B format or being in a certain format. It's just something very free about this song. It's very free. It's like he talking smack. He talking smack. And it's very catchy. And I love like how the second verse is not like the first verse. I love it. I love it. So go ahead, y'all. Go ahead and get that, cop that. Fuck You Right is the U is just a U. So just in case y'all can't find it, it's Fuck You Right, but the U is just a U. And it's by Reese. And I'll tell you, grown folk music. This ain't no, let's hold hands to go to the park. Let's lay down. He was talking about something. Listen, I'm gonna fuck you like somebody else ain't fucking you right. All right. I'm gonna leave that in your mental. So like every time you think, like every time you're about to be with somebody, like you're always comparing them to me. Like that's what I was getting from it. It was like, you ain't gonna be able to just have one dose of me. You're gonna have to have many doses of me. And every time you're thinking about being with somebody else, you're gonna automatically think about me. You know, it's crazy. So the many emotions that go through and many things that go through my mind when I'm listening to this song, it's like, wow, like you talking, you got, what is it called? The big energy. Like that's a big energy type of song. Like okay, all right. I hope you can back that up. I hope you can back that up, sir. But that was Fuck You Right by Reese, who is our independent artist spotlight for today. Maybe next time I can get him on here, we can interview him, pick his brain. I see big things for him coming up in the near future. I'm interested to see what that video gonna look like. Like, is it gonna be played late night on Channel 48? Is it gonna be one of those type of videos? We got to wait. We got to wait like late at night when all the kids is put to sleep and craziness. So yeah, before I go any further, because I realized I did not shout out my sponsors, which bad, so bad of me. Before I got into the independent artist spotlight, but my sponsors are Anointed Ads. Anointed Ads is an award-winning graphic design and website company. Over 100 websites created, 14 years in the making. All right. When you're ready to get your project started, your event flyer, your business flyer, your website, hit him up because he did the flyer for Think Different TV, as well as flyers for me in the past for my financial business. He's so professional. His name is Phil. And he does an amazing job of capturing what you have up here and putting it in the design. So you like, oh, I was thinking of this and then this and this, and then you see it and you're like, oh my gosh, like that's like my vision in the flesh. Like this is what I was thinking of all this time, and now you done made it a reality. So he's really good with that. He's just an amazing person. Make sure y'all go ahead and check out Anointed Ads right here on IG. That's ANOINTEDADS. You can check him out here or on Facebook if you like him on Facebook. Also check out his website, www.anointedads.com. The way you can put in that order for that website, for that flyer, put in that request so you can have a consultation with him so he can find out what exactly you want and then go about doing that. He, like I said, he's going to create a website for Think Different TV. And so I'm excited about that. Merch is coming very soon, which I'm excited about as well. So definitely go hit him up. When you're ready to get started, call him at 609-534-0237. And make sure that you mention Think Different TV and that LaShia sent you so he can take 15% off of your first project. All right. And then our other sponsor is Euphoria Water, the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no chemicals, no additives. It's good and it's good for you. If you're going to hydrate the right way, okay? Make sure that you get your Euphoria Water today. You can check out Euphoria Water right here on IG. That's UPHORIAWATER. Or that's if you want to put an order in online. Now, if you are living in the Philadelphia area and you want your giant gallons to be delivered to your home, you can hit up Captain at 267-707-8279. Put that order in so that he can take care of you, make sure that you have the correct water for your body. Listen, we got to be very mindful of what we're putting in our bodies. And like I said, there's a lot of craziness going on right now, and it could be something in the water. So you want to make sure you get Euphoria Water, because there's nothing in that water that's going to harm you, okay? So with that being said, let me take another sip. So those are our sponsors. Think Different TV is looking for more sponsors. So if you are someone who has a small business with big business energy and you want to put your business on the map, you want to get it out there, you want people to know about your product or your service, hit me up. Like I said, I do 5 weeks for $25. All right. And I have other specials, so make sure you hit me up if you want me to mention your product or your service on my show, right? Hey, ain't nothing but $25. You get 5 weeks, 5 Mondays where I'm talking about your product and putting it out there. Not only that, it's archived on YouTube and it's archived right here on IG. So people are always going to know about your business, baby. So like I said, if you got that small business with that big business energy and you want to put it out there, consider a sponsorship and get with Think Different TV. We're going to get you right. All right. Thank you, Tarcy2811. Thank you for joining in to Think Different TV. All right. So I'm going to close this show out with my financial tip for the night. And I have it pulled up. So, top 3 budgeting tips. Now, there are actually 15 budgeting tips, but I picked out 3 that really stood out to me. Now, first, you have to establish what your budget is, okay? You cannot go forth without knowing first where to start. All right, what is my income per month? Where is my money going? All right. Go back into them bank statements. I know we like to just have the money come out and you just go on about your business and you just know, like, okay, this is coming out this day. Let me make sure that money is in my bank account. But did you ever go back into your statements, your monthly statements, and see exactly where your money is going? Because sometimes your money is going towards things that you don't really need your money to go towards. I remember a time when I had Hulu, and I realized after a while I wasn't really watching Hulu like that. And I had the full package, y'all. I had the live TV service. I had all of that stuff, and it was running me like $60 a month. I realized I'm not even using this app like that. I only got it to watch one show, and I think it was This Is Us at the time. Now, I don't watch that no more. So why do I still have this Hulu service? So it helps to go back into your statements and really check, what am I spending my money on? What is my debt to income ratio? Like, how much is coming in? How much is going out? How much is coming in? How much is going out? If you're bringing in an income of $2,000 a month, but you have $3,000 going out every month, that math is off. That math not mathing, honey. So you have to realize, okay, let me take a step back. Why is it that I'm always in the hole coming the next month? Like, why am I always in the negative? Go back in your statements. Find out what you're spending a lot of your money on. I realized in recent days it has been Uber. So what have I been doing? I've been trying my best not to use Uber. I've been trying my best to use SEPTA as much as I possibly can so I can save money, all right? And that helps. That helps because now I'm more aware of where my money is going. So you got to know where your money is going in order to make that decision, that critical, smart decision, intelligent decision to say this is something that I have to cut out of my budget. I can no longer allow myself to spend money on something that is not adding any value to my life. It's not adding any value month to month. It's just taking the money and just running with it, okay? And to be quite honest, living in Philly, I don't really need to take Uber as much, okay? It's more of a convenience to me, but it's not something that I need to do. What's up, Trap XJ? It's not something that I need to use. So if I don't need to use Uber, why am I always taking an Uber? Let me go and be a little bit more cognizant of the time that I'm leaving out, give myself enough time and space to get to my destination, and just take SEPTA. All right. So the first step to budgeting is knowing what your budget is. Okay, knowing your debt to income ratio, knowing how much you're bringing in and how much is going out per month. Make sure that you have it in front of you, because sometimes, honey, it's easy to just let it go. But when you have it visually in front of you, it's something that you can't ignore now, because now you have it in front of you. So get that statement in front of you. Realize where your money is going every month, and then you can start on the path towards budgeting and having more money in your pocket at the end of the day. Another thing is, this is interesting. Remember that every month is different. Oh, buddy, right? So the great thing about this month, someone like me who gets paid every week from the job realizes that there is 5 weeks in this month that I get paid. So thank God for small favors, right? So here's the thing. When you realize you get paid more times per month, now you can pay down your debts a little faster and not feel the rush of, oh, snap, the new month is coming very soon. If you know you're going to get paid multiple times within a month, more times than a normal month, maybe you can say, okay, maybe this paycheck is going to go towards this. I know that I'm going to be getting paid several times throughout the month. So let me delegate this towards this, put this towards this, put this towards this, and you can kind of map out your whole month. All right. Also, you might have certain things coming up like birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, all this month, last month, this month, you know, some in July, some probably in August. It's crazy. You know, you also got the holidays. Last month it was Mother's Day. This month is Father's Day. You got to realize that you got to take into consideration. What's up, NC Bunny? I'm guessing you're from North Kakalaki, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm just assuming based on the name. But thank you for joining to Think Different TV. I'm just giving some budgeting tips. And one of them is realizing that every month is different. You gotta take into consideration, like if you're a person that's a gift giver for people's birthdays or anniversaries, this or that, if you don't celebrate those things, then this part is not for you. But if you're somebody that's real big on that type of stuff, you want to make sure that you allow yourself room to have that money for that particular situation. If you know there's a prom coming up or graduation or anything like that, just be mindful of how your month is going to go. My mom, she has a calendar on her refrigerator. She has a calendar in her office. She has a calendar everywhere where she writes down all the different things that's happening that month. She takes time out to write down everything that's happening that month so that she can be prepared for everything that's going to be happening that month. So she don't be all like, oh man, I forgot about that. No, my mom's a Virgo, so she's very organized. So she's going to make sure she knows what's coming up, what's going to happen, so she can be prepared. You know, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So she's saying, listen, I want to make sure that I have everything in order so that I don't get surprised with a expense that I didn't know was going to come out. So know that every month is different. Make sure you use a calendar. Write it down. Again, visuals are very important. Sometimes you have to have it right in front of you so that you're able to be more prepared. And then another one that said, track your progress, right? So always track how well you're doing and how now our banks and everything is telling us, oh, way to go. You did this. You paid down this. You did this. You did this. You did this. But it's also important to celebrate yourself when you are able to stick to your budget. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say, when you see you doing really well with your budget and you're doing well with saving money and everything like that. What's up, Caddy Kev? Thank you for joining Think Different TV. When you see yourself doing really well with your budget and you're on track, you got your debts getting paid down, everything like that, treat yourself, okay? Don't always beat yourself up over, oh, I got so much debt. Oh my gosh, like this need to be paid. This and sometimes we have to realize the good that we are doing, and we have to celebrate that. And sometimes it could be something as small as getting that one purse that you wanted to get, or that pair of shoes that you always wanted to get. With guys, maybe it's like you said, oh, I could treat myself out to a nice dinner, or I could get something, get that shirt that I want, or like treat yourself when you're doing well with your budget. You're saving money. Have that little, and you don't gotta go all out. I would say $50. Take $50, and maybe that's even too much. Maybe the thing that will make you happy, and it could be a lesser price. But I'm gonna say $50 is a good amount of money to go out and just splurge on yourself and just celebrate yourself and say, I did a great job with budgeting, and I'm gonna treat myself. That way, you know that at the end of you doing all this stuff, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's some gold at the end of the rainbow. You get what I'm saying? So you don't feel so beat up all the time. Sometimes we feel like, oh my gosh, I only work to pay bills. I only work to pay bills. Listen, you treat yourself after doing so well, it's going to make all the difference. Okay? So like I said, the 3 budgeting tips tonight was knowing what your budget is, knowing your debt to income ratio, knowing how much money is coming in and how much is going out. Number 2 is remembering that every month is different. Make sure you have a calendar. You mark everything down, what's coming up, birthdays, celebrations, all that stuff. If you're a big person on giving gifts and all that stuff, make sure you allow yourself time to know exactly what's coming up, and that way you can budget accordingly. And the last one is track your progress and treat yourself when you're doing well with your budget. Okay? All right? It doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Budgeting is not bad. budgeting, actually, I feel like when you start the budget, you're realizing you're taking that next step. You're becoming mature, and you're taking that next step to know what your situation is. You're realizing what the situation is, and you want to do something to fix it. So congratulations to you if you realize that and you decide, okay, I want to budget and I want to get on it right away, and I'm gonna start today. All right. When you make that decision, you done made a turning point. Congratulations to you, because you're no longer thinking in that mindset like, oh, money is always going to come in and I'm always going to have money. I'm always going to have money, because everybody needs a rainy day fund. Okay. So sometimes you could be on a roll and you could be paying everything down, or you could have money coming in, and there may be an emergency that comes up. You might need that rainy day fund. You should be saving more than you're spending. I guess that's like a fourth tip, but should be saving more than you're spending. Your debt to income ratio your debt should not be higher than your income. So just make sure that you do that. What's up, King 41084? 41084. Thank you for joining us at Think Different TV. So that concludes my financial tip for the night. I want to thank everyone who joined on to the show today to talk about our social topic, which was high body count. Is it a deal breaker? I'm great. I'm amazing. How are you? I want to thank DJ Chemo who jumped on. I want to thank DJ Big Beats who jumped on and talked about the social topic. I also want to shout out once again our independent artist spotlight on the new face of R&B. His name is Reese. He has a new song called Fuck You Right, which is streaming on all major platforms right now. Oh, you just got out of the gym? That's great. Keep that physique, get that beach body, honey. But you always be in the gym. You always be doing it. I be checking. I be seeing you. Okay. You boxing, right? You box, right? Was you boxing? When am I singing again? I'm on this app called Pocacha. That's POCOCHA. And I go on there every once in a while and I sing on Pocacha. So if you want to check me out on there, it's under LaShia. You want to train me? Okay, I'm a what is it called? Southpaw. So hope you can work with a southpaw, honey, because I am a lefty. So yeah, we can definitely do that. We can set that up. So like I was saying, the independent artist spotlight is on Reese. And he has an amazing song called Fuck You Right. And it's on all streaming platforms. And just go check him out, right? And right here on IG, he's under New Face of R&B. And he's from Jersey. So shout out to Jersey, right? Jersey boys. And then our amazing financial tip for the night is the top 3 budgeting tips that I had for you. I hope y'all got a lot of value out of what I talked about tonight. Before I wrap up the night, I have to shout out my sponsors once again, because without my sponsors, I would, Think Different TV, hosted by LaShia every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, would not be made possible. So I have to always shout out my sponsors, okay? So my sponsors are Anointed Ads, an award-winning graphic design and website company, 14 years in the making, over 100 websites created, all right? And he has created the flyer for Think Different TV. He's also going to be doing my website for Think Different TV. I'm excited about that. I got some merch coming soon, so hey, right? Big moves. And the other thing about it is that he's so professional. He gets things done in a timely manner. He's not like one of those people that you hit up and you talk about your project and then he takes forever to get back to you. He's very professional. And his work You just know an anointed ad when you see it, because it just got eye-catching designs. It just jump out at you. It just jump out at you. So definitely, when you're ready to get your website started, get your flyers done for your events or your business, make sure you hit up Phil at 609-534-0237. Mention Think Different TV. He's going to take 15% off of your first project. All right. You can also check him out on his website, www.anointedads.com, or you can check him out here on IG at Anointed Ads. That's ANOINTEDADS. He's also on Facebook, so you can like him on Facebook as well. Follow him on IG, like him on Facebook. All right. And then our other, you said any more live performances before I jump into my other sponsor? Any more live performances? Yeah, on Pokecha. Oh, you mean in person? In person, TBA. I gotta see, y'all. I really like. I don't really do performances like that anymore. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I guess nobody would really be checking for me like that. But yeah, I haven't done a live performance in years. So yeah, there's that. And our other sponsor is Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water has the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly, alkaline with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. Something that you need to check into, King. Check out some Euphoria Water, because you be working out and stuff like that. It's good to have the right water that you hydrating yourself with. All right. It's got the highest pH. It's medical grade water. You know, it is anti-aging, anti-inflammatory, detoxifying, hydrogen rich, antioxidant, and alkali. So definitely check it out. Euphoria Water right here on IG. That's UPHORIAWATER. You could also, if you, I'm not sure if you live in the Philadelphia area, but if you live in the Philadelphia area, you can order and hit up Captain 267-707-8279. Put that order in, and he delivers giant gallons like this of this water. Make sure that you're hydrating properly, okay? Because if you want to hydrate the right way. I can't say that enough. Hydrate the right way. All right? It's good, and it's good for you. It keeps you refreshed. And, you know, then your skin gets that little glow. You know, that little glow. Now, I know I got makeup on, but even when I take the makeup off, honey, my skin be popping, all right? And that's all because I'm flushing my system out and I'm drinking the right water. So make sure that y'all check out Euphoria Water. And Euphoria Water is so dope that there is a promo song for Euphoria Water done by the one and only Medusa Phil 215 right here from Philly. And so I'm going to play this out. All right. And that will wrap up the show for tonight. I thank all of you for tuning in. And as always, have a wonderful night. Here we go.
What I want y'all to do is put your pure flowers in here. If you got a dove, put it in the air. Yeah, just like that, come out in here. And if you don't, I want you to go over there and get a sip of the milk. Only thing that quench my thirst is in my food. Only thing that's in my purse or in my hand. You just gotta see the land. No other, you scare everything. Face flow, and we running out of time. I'm feeling that you know me so elevating higher. I'm feeling that you know me so elevating higher. When you sip, you know there's no pill. The bottle guarantee you pretty much fail. This for the nation, hold your faith. So with the king, and you think how it tricks. You've been putting on for the people, yeah. You said you've been rocking from my way, yeah. Raise your bottle in the cake. I'm coming high, drink with me. If you're here.
Bye.